I make bikepacking adventure films from all over the world, so I regularly take my own bike abroad. So why take it? Number one, it's way cheaper than renting a bike. Number two, you know how it works and you know which way round the brakes are wired. Number three, you know that your bike can fit your bikepacking gear. You have two options when it comes to boxing up your bike. Number one is a cardboard bike box. Let's look at the pros and cons. Number one, the cardboard bike box can be very cheap or free if you have one in your garage or you know of someone who has one going spare. And number two, they're disposable. So if you get to the other end and you want to just head off cycling, you can get rid of the bike box and away you go. What about the cons? Well, number one, they're probably not the most protective. Number two, you may have more dismantling and rebuilding to do to get your bike into the box in the first place. And number three, they're not the easiest to transport. They don't have any wheels, for example, which can be a bit of a challenge getting to and from the airport. The other option is using your own specific bike box. These can come in all shapes and sizes, so let's look at the pros and cons. Number one, they're the most secure and protective out of the two. Number two, they're reusable for much longer. If you're planning on doing lots of abroad trips, you might want to invest in one because you know it's going to be there for you time and time again. Number three, they normally have wheels, so that makes getting them around the airport and to and from the airport a lot easier. Number four, they're usually cleverly designed and they have lots of extra storage space for your tools and axles and things, so you're not going to lose them. Number one, they're not cheap. Even the cheapest bike box tends to be a lot more expensive than the cardboard alternative, and they can go up to quite a high value as well if you're wanting to spend that much. Number two, you need to think about logistics. When you get to your location, you're going to need to store your bike box somewhere, which can present a bit of a challenge. And third, you get asked time and time again, what's in the box? What's in the box? Is that a tuba in there? Is that a piano? Which can get quite annoying. Let's look at the basics of getting your bike on a plane. You can normally book your bike on when you book your seats and other baggage for your plane ticket. It's usually under the sports equipment or extra luggage section, and it's usually not that expensive to book one on. I've found that by putting just one of those boxes on, I don't actually need to take another bag because I can put my clothes and other spare stuff in the box. Speaking of which, the weight limit does vary from airline to airline, but I've normally found it's around 30 to 32 kilos, which sounds like a lot, but if you're packing lots of bikepacking gear in there, it easily gets eaten up. Once you get to the airport, you'll find that typically your bike box doesn't fit in the normal luggage belts, so you have to take it to check it in, get the tag, and then take it to the oversized baggage area, which is usually quite a long way away from where you are checking in. On the flip side, when you get to your destination, it's usually the case that the bag is wheeled out to an oversized baggage location. You don't have to wait around the conveyor belt, so swings and roundabouts. Top tips for taking your bike on a plane. Number one, deflate the tyres. This is a bit of a grey area. I've heard some people say that it's a load of rubbish, and other people say you need to do it because the pressure difference will blow your tyres. Either way, I'm not really bothered, I just don't want to risk it, so I deflate the tyres and take a pump with me at the other end. Once you've taken your wheels out, put the axles back into the bike to keep the bike rigid and stop the chainstays and the forks from compressing. Make sure you take a track pump and a set of Allen keys so that you can actually rebuild the bike at the other end. And PS, if you are going to take some Allen keys with you, which you'll probably need to, don't put them in your carry-on luggage because they usually get confiscated for looking too long and thin like weapons. Make sure you empty your water bottles before you put them into the box. It might sound stupid, but if you don't, it's likely that security will open the box to find out what's in the liquid, and you don't want that, so make sure you've emptied your bottles. Don't take power banks and other big battery packs like that into the bike box. Remove them and put them in your carry-on luggage. Most airlines don't allow you to put them in the checked luggage, and it's another excuse for the bike box to be open. So make sure you're taking your battery packs out. I would maybe even consider, if you run DI2 or electronic shifting, to take the battery out of that as well and put that in your carry-on luggage too. Other smaller electronics like lights are absolutely fine to be left in the bike box. And finally, when weighing the bike box, because the conveyor belts are quite narrow, I find that if you put the bike box on and lean it slightly, the staff are usually fine with that, but by leaning it, it means that the weight readout is less than what it actually is, which is vital for me because I put so much stuff in that bike box, like camera equipment. So if I can get the weight down just by leaning it and putting it on the scales a different way, I'm gonna do it. So if you're taking your own bike box, what do you do about it if you're going on a bikepacking trip? A couple of tips for you. I typically stay at a hotel the first night when I arrive into the new country. I usually do this just so that I'm refreshed and ready to start the next day, but also if you've paid for a room, hotels are much more likely to let you store your bike box. So I always contact the hotels first and see if that's a possibility, and if they say it is, I book with them and then leave the bike box there in a luggage storage area. You might have contacts, friends or family, or just general network in the cycling community where you can leave your bike box. Most cyclists are happy to help, so it's worth reaching out to people like that as well. Another bit more extreme case, if you're doing an end-to-end journey and not a circular loop, you might want to find a way of posting your bike box up to where you're going to finish, so that way you don't have to go back and get it. Like I say, it can be a bit of a faff having your own bike box, but in my opinion it's worth it. If you want to get your question answered, either leave it in the comments or leave me a voicemail on my website, and I'll see you in the next video.